They say the American Revolution began with a single shot, the shot heard round the world. But if you zoom out from that moment in April 1775, the story becomes far more complicated. That shot didn't come out of nowhere. It was the echo of a decade's worth of protests, tea dumped into harbors and heated debates in candlelit taverns. By the time that musket fired at Lexington, the colonies were already simmering with anger, exhaustion, and the unmistakable scent of revolution. But here's the twist. Not everyone in the colonies wanted that revolution. In fact, far from it. Imagine your town split right down the middle. Neighbors on one side pledging loyalty to King George, others shouting for independence, and a fair number just wishing everyone would stop arguing long enough to finish planting the corn. The revolution wasn't just a war between America and Britain. It was a messy, personal struggle that tore through families and friendships alike. And while we love to picture July 4th as the grand moment, when the Founding Fathers gathered in Philadelphia to dramatically sign the Declaration of Independence, the truth is it didn't exactly happen that way. July 4th was the day Congress approved the text, but most of those famous signatures didn't hit the parchment until August 2nd. So if you imagined a roaring crowd and a single historic pen stroke, sorry, it was more paperwork than fireworks. Then there's the image of the Continental Army, a band of ragtag farmers and blacksmiths grabbing muskets and charging into glory. It's a romantic picture, but not the full one. Those early militias were rough, sure, but over time they became something far more organized. Under George Washington's steady leadership, and with a crash course in military discipline from a Prussian officer named Baron von Steuben, they learned how to fight like professionals. By the end, they weren't scrappy amateurs. They were a trained force capable of going toe-to-toe with one of the most powerful armies in the world. And here is something most people forget entirely. The revolution didn't just unfold in the 13 colonies. Battles flared across the Caribbean, Europe, and even India as France, Spain, and the Netherlands joined in. Britain wasn't just fighting American rebels, it was juggling a world war. The revolution was part of a much bigger story, one that stretched far beyond colonial shores. So, when we think of the American Revolution, it's tempting to picture that single spark of liberty, that simple fight between good and evil, tyranny and freedom. But the truth is richer and far more human. It was a story of division and daring, of people uncertain yet hopeful, stumbling towards something entirely new. America wasn't born in one glorious moment, but through years of chaos, courage, and conviction, stitched together by the voices of people who believed the future could be different.